Right, our kinematics from here. So kinematics, what do I have? We are given the acceleration. So something is the particle is at rest at point P, right? And then we also have fixed point O, starting point. This is my speed. So the question wants me to show, right? Show what though? Show that at P, this is the time, which is exact form. Okay, 5 marks, right? So at P, the only information I have for P is that at P, right, V is equals to 0. That's all I know. Okay, so what I have here is order to find the V, I need to integrate my exponential. dt, okay, not dx, make sure it's dt. So how to integrate exponential? You are going to copy divided by the differentiated power, which is negative 0.1, then plus c. So this is my v. Can you simplify the numbers? Minus 1 divided by minus 0.1, right? There is 10 sets of this plus c. All right. Okay. So now what we have is how to find C. We need to find C first, right? So in order to find C, when t equals to 0, V is equals to 8. So plug inside 10 e power negative 0.1 times 0 plus C. Using the calculator, I believe your C will be negative 2. Okay, so then you can write down your new V expression. So V will be together with like this. Okay, so now how to find the time? So I got V equals to 0, right? Because it's at rest. So what I have is just this thing equals to 0. Okay, this thing equals to 0, right, is not the easiest to solve because what they want is, let me bring it up, okay? Because what they want, my t is still here. Because what they want is they want the t in exact, right? So anyway, if I bring over slowly, this one is equals to 2. Bring over this one is 10. So eventually, if I simplify this, right, this will be 1 over 5. All right. So how do I solve exponential? You got to make sure you ln both sides. So when you ln both sides, power bring down. This is ln 1 minus ln 5. Can you understand? Okay, what's the purpose I split it up? Because I must know that ln 1, right, is actually 0. So then what happens here is that if I do this, right, it's just ln 5 divided by 0.1. 0.1 is 1 over 10, right? So you flip around, becomes 10 ln 5, which is what they want me to do. So they want me to do in exact. Alright, so if it's not so troublesome, right? 5SF then 3SF, but this one a little bit more troublesome because it's a showing question and they want it exact. So the concept you must know is ln 1 is 0. You're dividing, so change like primary school, divide, change to times. Okay? Okay, now you're going to calculate the distance of OP. So how do you calculate distance of OP? So at P, the time is 10 ln 5. So to find my distance means what? To find my distance means I need to find S. So to find S, I got to integrate this guy. Okay, integrate my velocity. So same concept here. Integrate, we just copy and then divide by negative 0.1. This one here will be 2t. Can you use D or C1? Okay. So this one here, what is 10 divided by negative 0.1? Oh my God. It's negative 100. Then minus this. Okay, so this is S. Okay, so then from here, right, what we're going to do is we already know, right, at t equals to 0, S is also 0, because that's my starting point, right? So this one here will be this thing times 0. This one is 2 times 0 plus D. I think my D, right, is actually 100. Yeah, my D is actually 100. So don't forget the constant. You must always go and find the constant, okay? So my S is done. All right here. So my S is this whole thing minus plus 100. Okay? So what happens is that at P, right? Do you remember what's at P? At P, so we're going to plug in the T. They never say exact, right? So we're just going to plug in. Okay, sub in the 10 ln 5. I put dot dot dot, okay? So from here is negative 100 e power 0.1 10 ln 5 minus 2 times, oh my god, so many things to key, ln 5 plus 100. All right, so I'll get 47.811 meters. So the thing here is, right, where they start? They want O, correct? So O, right, your S is equals to 0. Then now your S is 47.811. So the distance will just be 47.8 because it's minus 0, right? 47.8, 3SF. Simple. Okay, no need to worry about turning points or anything. Okay, last one. So the last one over here, right? They say explain why is the particle again at O. Wait, again at O means what? At O means S equals to 0. Okay, S equals to 0. So what is 15 second? If I say third second, right, is T equals to 2 and T equals to 3. So 15, right, is T equals to 14 and T equals to 15. So you're going to sub like that. Okay? Oh, 50th. Not 15, sorry. 50th. Wait, 50th. Wrong, wrong, wrong. 50th. So it should be 49. English got problem. 49 and 50. Okay? So what I'm going to do is you're going to sub this one here, right? So when you sub in the S expression, you will actually get 1.255 meters. Then you sub in the S expression, you got negative 0.674. So when you do your number line, right, you see at time equals to 49, this is 1.255, right? Then you go backwards, This is negative 0.674. So your here, right, your t equals to 0 is somewhere here. Your s equals to 0, I mean. Okay, your s equals to 0 is here because you are going this way. Alright, so this is good enough. So how do you explain? So you mentioned the explanation will be, right, at t equals to 49, s is positive. Alright, then when t equals to 50, right, s is negative. So therefore, the particle passes through, passes the origin, which is passes O lah. Okay, passes O, then you just copy. At some instant during the 50th second. That's how you do this kind. Okay? So all you need to know is exponential and kinematics is quite typical, okay? So make sure you know how to differentiate and integrate exponential properly. If you want in exact, then you got to leave it in terms of ln lah.